So, guys, a lot of news has been coming out recently about the Lincoln Project, the very anti-Trump news outlet that apparently took credit for Trump's loss in the 2020 election. And a lot of stories have been coming out lately about the Lincoln Project. They click a lot of people praise the Lincoln Project, and a lot of people have been claiming that Lincoln would be proud of the Lincoln Project and would completely condone former President Donald Trump, and whatnot. And then a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of people who are very pro-Trump are now coming after them. And the impeachment trial is the main example of that. They are literally exposing everything that the Democrats said about Trump. They say that they never supported a violent rhetoric and all that stuff. And then they got a little bit of a reality check because the Trump's defense team, they have receipts, a lot of them. Now, a lot of people say anything that happens after Trump's loss, according to Democrats, because of the hypocrisy. They call it the Trump effect. And the story I'm about to tell you right now about the Lincoln Project might just be a result of that. So, some news came out that the Lincoln Project has been involved in some sexual misconduct with children, mainly little boys. And like I said, it's just allegations at this point. And I want to read you a story about the founder of the Lincoln Project has resigned along with three other people in the Lincoln Project because of these allegations. Instead of coming out saying this is all false, they decided to resign. Why did they decide to resign? I have no idea. But let's look at this. Let's look at this article that's been going around. Anti-Trump Lincoln Project's Smith resigns amid Weaver scandal. Questions about what leaders knew about. What they knew about the sexual misconduct allegation. At least some members may have been notified of some allegations of sexual misconduct by co-founder John Weaver before story went into public view. Now, it's not surprising that there are some news outlets out there that knows about child sexual misconduct. Yet they don't report on it. They only want to put the main focus on Trump. And all this right now has been kind of a distraction. The impeachment has been a distraction for a lot of people, and a lot of people are like, no, we're not going to be distracted by that. You guys have been distracting us way too much with this whole impeachment hoax. Let's go and read this article. Why is this even right here? Why is that even right there? I don't know. Let's refresh that, cause that I don't know why that was in the freaking way. Okay, Lincoln Project co-founder Steve Smith resigned his seat on the organization's board Friday night as the famously anti-Trump political action committee reels from a sexual harassment scandal, and questions are raging over how much the group's leadership knew of the allegations prior to their becoming public knowledge last month. In a rambling statement, by turns confessional, contrite, and combative posted via Twitter, Smith said that he was stepping away to make room for the appointment of a female board member as a first step to reform and professionalize the organization. What does that really have to do with allegations of sexual misconduct coming from your board? So you're stepping down to put a female lead role in? That sounds like pandering, and the fact that you're actually trying to hide something. is anybody that's actually believing that? That sounds pretty. That sounds pretty suspicious, my guy. Formed by veteran Republican operatives to oppose former President Trump's re-election, the Lincoln Project has been scrambling to address the fallout from revelations that one of its co-founders, John Weaver, has been sending sexually explicit messages to young gay men, including reportedly one as young as 14 years old, while offering help with career opportunities. The project's leaders have uniformly disavowed Weaver's behavior, yet it remains unclear when precisely they become aware of it, and to what extent. Widespread media reports allege that one of the men Weaver solicited reached out to one of Lincoln Project's founders, Mike Madrid, regarding the New York Post attempts to report on the allegations. Twitter direct message screenshots shared with Fox News indicate that Madrid was aware of the Post's investigations as early as August of last year. To what extent Madrid was knowledgeable and the specific allegations against Weaver is not known. Madrid did not respond to a request for a comment at the public relations from where he is currently employed. So all this has been going on since last year, and this story had this. This is what I don't like about some of these by some of these sexual misconduct stories. They wait almost a whole year in order to come out about this story. Now, it's not surprising to me that a lot of anti-Trump people don't get questioned about this because they want to protect people who support Joe Biden to a high extent, at God tier level, because they protected Joe Biden, they protected Kamala Harris, they protected CNN has been protecting themselves wholeheartedly, and people believe everything CNN says, even though over half its audience does not trust them, and then they end up losing. I think now 48% of their views ever since Trump left. That's not good for a mainstream media newscast. That's actually pretty bad. They can actually go bankrupt for that if you lose over 50% of your shares of your viewership, because that viewership is what makes y'all money. When that's gone, when over 50% is that gone, then what do you have left? You have really nothing left. Nor is it known if Madrid shared his knowledge with any potential knowledge of Weaver's behavior with Lincoln Project principals. The group did not respond to multiple queries seeking that information. Elsewhere, one of the group's working member, Steve Smith, has made pointedly conditional denials of claims that the group was aware of Weaver's actions. Of course you would. You're trying to protect yourself, but who wouldn't? Especially in a situation like this, where you guys have been accusing Trump of doing this, accusing Trump of doing that, and it turns out it's been exposed that a lot of Democrats are the ones doing this. No Lincoln Project employee, intern, or contractors ever made an allegation of inappropriate communication about John Weaver that would have triggered an investigation by HR or by an outsourced employment counsel. Smith has told several media outlets. In other words, no human being ever made allegations about any inappropriate sexual communications about John Weaver ever. That markedly specific reputation, of course, leaves open several doors that Lincoln Project may be trying to keep closed, namely, whether anyone other than a project employee, intern, or contractor ever made such allegations. Smith on Saturday posted a lengthy treatise on Twitter in which he related a story of sexual abuse he had experienced as 13-year-old at summer camp. Yeah, as a 13-year-old summer camp. And at that account, he made that he had been grilled by a national newspaper in January about his knowledge of John Weaver's misconduct. When I got off that call, I talked to another reporter from the same newspaper who said the newspaper has known for years. Known, he said. This is not really looking good for the Lincoln Project right now, because you had the co-founder Steve Smith resign. Then you had two other people resigning. Like I said, a lot of news information is coming out about people who were very anti-Trump. Governor Cuomo from New York City, that's allegations coming out for him about misinforming the number COVID-19 numbers. And now the Lincoln Project, a very anti-Trump organization, comes out and says, is being one of their co-founders being or one of the employees is being accused of sexual misconduct of some boys under the age of 18, under the age of 16, and performing sexual misconduct acts. If this is the Trump Act, then people who are very anti-Trump are in serious trouble right now, because right now it seems like a lot of Republicans are not playing no more with them. Are not playing with them no more. They've been trying to play the whole. See, this is one thing I don't like about. Sorry. This is one thing I don't like about Republicans. They try to play the whole nice guy role, and the whole nice guy role is the reason why some of them can't be liked, because they rather take it they want to be the conservatives want to be everybody's friends. You cannot be everybody's friends. You cannot appease everyone. That's one thing a lot of these people need to realize. You can't appease everyone. If you can't appease them, don't try to be friends with them. Like Ted Cruz tried to be all nice to freaking AOC, and AOC has been bashing her Ted Cruz for years. He tried to be nice to her, and look what happened. She said no, you need to back your ass up. We ain't friends. Ted Cruz, get it. Ted Cruz needs to stop trying to be all nice and buddy. Same thing with a lot of these Republicans. If they have views that say that could help out people in this economy, then they should actually go through with it instead of letting these freaking know nothing progressive woke politicians writing all these executive orders, and those executive orders don't do anything but actually hurt people that they say they care about. So it's not really looking good for the Lincoln Project. It's other spirit. He said it was an exhausting experience, he said, of attempting to get the article written. He and Levine spoke to multiple young men about the allegations, but they eventually dropped out. We needed one guy on the record, he said. After months of a push and pull, we only had people on background, so the story died. So you only had people on background, so the story died. Stories like this do not die. Sexual misconduct stories or sexual allegation stories don't just die. Those remain with you forever, whether you're innocent or guilty. Stories like this don't just die. They only die when people don't want to focus on them, and they want to focus on other things. So they say the allegation started in August of last year. Then how come people wasn't questioning them in August of last year, or even September? Because it could have been a fresh new story that could have got the Lincoln Project called in for questioning by Homeland Security, the police, and all that stuff. Things like this don't just die down. They don't. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys believe the Lincoln Project is innocent, or do you think the Lincoln Project should be called in for questioning? You guys let me know in the comment section below. Like I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. See y'all next one. Peace.